Welcome to Inland Empire Alive, bringing you issues, events, and perspectives from throughout San Bernardino and Riverside counties. I'm David Brady, and on today's show, I'll welcome Christine Morales and Naomi Kuhlman from the Salvation Army to discuss its Red Kettle program and the San Bernardino Corps' annual Christmas dinner. That's today on Inland Empire Alive. Well, Christmas time is here again, and a familiar sight and sound in the Inland Empire are the Salvation Army's Red Kettle and Bell Ringers. Here to tell us about it is Christine Morales, a major with the San Bernardino Salvation Army Corps, and Naomi Kuhlman, the Director of Programs. Ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Can we talk a little bit about what the Salvation Army does and how long it has been in existence? For folks that maybe don't know, that maybe see the bell ringers but don't really know the story behiund it.
Right, the Salvation Army's been in San Bernardino since 1888, which is pretty amazing because they came to the United States in 1880. So we've been here a long time. And traditionally every year we have our red kettles out. We're raising money to help the needy people.
And those are literally the red
kettles.
You can drop the donations in, the folks ringing the bells that people have been seeing, their whole lives and their decades. Where do you find the bell ringers? Are they volunteers? Are they staff?
Well, this year we're going 100% volunteer. And so if anyone wants to volunteer, they can go to Register to Ring and just sign up for 4 hours. You can sign up with your family. If you have an organization you're with, like the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, you can sign up as an organization.
And that's something you encourage, like make a fun outing with it, with a team building, make it an office worker thing.
Right. There's families every year. That's their tradition. They go out and ring the bell.
Well, I was going to ask, for something that has been around so long, you must have folks that look forward to it every year and want to participate and want to bring more folks into the fold.
Yeah, because it's a really great Christmas experience. People are happy, and you're doing something good and giving back to the community. So it's a great way to give back during the Christmas season.
Naomi, talk a little bit about some of the programs that Salvation Army offers, specifically maybe during the holiday program and even beyond into the spring.
So during the holidays, we have our family shelter that is actually a recipient of adoptive family efforts. So we have over 50 children that live with their families in our transitional and emergency shelter facility. So we're constantly having activities for those children, for their families, and the community really rallies around those that are experiencing homelessness and working toward resolving their homelessness and maintaining their stability. So we have community groups that come in and they actually do cookies and cocoa with our children. They're a local high school, actually, Cajon High School. They help with gifts for the children. They come in, they serve dinner. So the community really rallies around our families that are working towards stability.
This is a question I ask of a lot of guests. It must be very rewarding personally to see the impact you're having on people's lives. I mean, in small ways, this can be changing lives. Talk to me about what that means to you to see the impact that your works have on folks.
Definitely. We see people I want to say make a complete turnaround in their life. I was thinking of one young gentleman. He came to us for showers. We have showers 5 days a week in the Redlands location. And then he went into the Adult Rehabilitation Center, which is in Salvation Army. And now he's in our Path to Prosperity, which is a program for men that have completed a drug and alcohol program, has a job, and has just made a full change in his life in the last year and a half. It's very rewarding when you see people get stable.
Naomi, what about you?
I would say that the generational impact is the thing that really speaks to me, because we see people come who were once children that lived in our facility, and their parent got back on their feet, and then they come back to give back to the community. So I think we don't know the full measure of the impact that we have, and just seeing that ripple and seeing how far it extends into the community, that's the most rewarding.
What are the types of circumstances that bring folks to you? What is it? They lost a job, they had a medical crisis. What are the types of things can befall someone?
It can be all those and more. They can have lost a job. They can.
You mentioned drug and alcohol.
Drug and alcohol is a big issue with homelessness, mental health issues, and they just need a chance to get them under I want to say control. And that's what many of our programs do. It gives them some stability. But there can be a variety of reasons. Families breaking up. Many people are just one step away from being homeless, one paycheck away from being homeless. And I'm new to San Bernardino, but I'm just so impressed with all the work the Salvation Army does here. Lives are being changed every day.
How do you remain optimistic in the face of so much need?
I would say, well, someone told me a long time ago to keep it's called a blue file, right? So it kind of just chronicles all of those testimonies of grace, testimonies of change, the things that we use to remind ourselves that, people do win, lives do change, transformation does happen. And there may be, 5 cases where someone may not make it today, but you never know that, the seeds that you planted today, may turn into something beautiful in 6 months to a year. So I think just remembering that none of the work goes without some sort of impact, and it goes without, some sort of long-lasting effect. We just may not see it today.
And Christine, what about you?
Well, I think every day we see people that have been changed. We also have, and Naomi's one of them. Her life has been changed, and she's just giving back. And we see so many people that their lives were changed. They're giving back.
Do you find that people want to pay it forward when they've had that sort of
transformation? I think so.
transformation?
I think there's a lot of compassion and mercy there when they've themselves have been in a rough spot, and maybe they got help. You'd be surprised how many people got help from the Salvation Army at some point in their life, as a child or as a adult, and those are the people that support us. Those are people that even support us financially because they got help at one point. They've been in a rough situation, and now they want to help someone else get out of that situation.
Well, when we come back, we'll hear about how you can help the Salvation Army here in San Bernardino right after these messages.
Join us for our weekly farmers market in San Bernardino. The farmers market is ongoing every Tuesday at Court Street Square, located at 349 Northeast Street from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. This event features both farmers and hot food vendors. Come purchase fresh produce at the farmers market and enjoy a nutritious lunch for the day. This is a certified farmers market with fresh and quality produce grown by real farmers from the region. For more information, visit our website at sbcity.org/parks. You can also call us at 909-384-5233 or email us at recreation@sbcity.org. See you there.
Well, I'm here with Christine Morales and Naomi Coleman from the Salvation Army here in San Bernardino, talking about not only the Red Kettle program with the bell ringers, but also tell me a little bit about what you do on Christmas Day that's been a long-standing tradition.
Well, Christmas Day we have a community dinner at our hospitality house, which is located on 10th Street, and I believe it starts at 4:30.
Yes.
And people from all over the neighborhood, and they come out and enjoy a nice Christmas dinner together.
And going back to the Red Kettle program, where do the funds go that you collect? And approximately how many families are impacted each year typically?
Well, this is our big fundraising season, and so our funds go just to help people year round. In San Bernardino we have the hospitality house, which is transitional.
You mentioned shelter, you mentioned rehabilitation.
And we have also a transitional shelter for men. That's kind of long term, up to 2 years. And then every day, Monday through Friday, we're giving out food just to people that are in need. We have a shower program in Redlands where every Monday through Friday, homeless people can come in and get a shower, often some clean clothes. We help with utility assistance. And right now, this time of year, we're doing Christmas gifts for families. We're doing the angel tree. You'll find them at Walmart.
Tell me about that. I know I've worked at places where we've participated in that.
So this year we've had over 500 families sign up for help. It's been our largest year in several years. And so we have different corporations that are adopting families. They're just asking for angel tags. We also have an angel tree at the mall, and we have one.
And this is where folks will indicate sort of items that their children may be asking for, and then someone who agrees to adopt that family, purchases those items, donates them.
So the parents have actually filled out an application online, and they've made a request. Like the children like Barbies, they like Legos, they want a bike. things like that. And so we take that actual child's name, their age, and it's on the angel tree, what they'd like for Christmas. Anybody can go and choose the tag off the tree, and they can kind of fulfill that child's wish.
And it's interesting that that's a different approach from Toys for Tots, where you're just putting a toy in a bin and
Right.
you don't really know where it ends up. This is, you
Right.
see a name, an
Right.
age, and you have a little more sense of, the life this is
Right,
impacting.
and we make sure that those toys get to that child, and it's a great experience when the families come and pick up the toys, because sometimes you see a lot of tears that day because it's making Christmas special.
Well, I would imagine, as joyful as the holidays can be, it can be a very emotional time.
Oh, yes.
People wanting to sort of show gratitude for the help they're
Right.
given, and not maybe feeling like I can never repay this.
Right, and the nice thing about the angel tree is that those gifts get to come from Santa Claus, or they get to come from mom and dad. They don't have to be from the Salvation Army.
Right.
Or from the donor. It gives the parents a lot of dignity to be able to provide Christmas for their kids.
Naomi, can you talk about, are there any barriers that people see about not wanting to take advantage of the services? Any misconceptions or myths that may prevent people from asking for help?
I think that one of the things that we find very frequently with our family shelter, we do serve single fathers with children. We have a lot of single fathers come to our front doors, and they say, well, I know you can't provide me with shelter, but can you help me with food, or this connection or that connection? Right. So we do help single fathers with children. We do serve families with teenagers. We love our teenagers. They have, they're bigger children, right? They have bigger behaviors and things, but we love them. They go through things just like the little ones, just like the parents. And so we serve teenagers. That can be a barrier to find somewhere that will take a family with teenagers. A barrier is also family size as well. So we do serve families as large as 8. We actually had the single father with 7 children. And as you can imagine, a family of that size living in their car, it really doesn't work. So I think those misconceptions, just who we do or who we don't serve, but we are truly an organization that serves families with children, period. We have grandmothers with children. So we see the multi-generational homeless families as well. So family dynamics can tend to be something that causes a barrier, but also too just the misconception that you have to leave in the morning and come back in the evening. Our shelter is actually a 24-hour shelter where we do provide intensive case management. So those families have that wraparound service while they're in our facility. Our children have tutoring, so the services are very intensive and in-depth. So they're not just there to sleep and then do it moving. They're there to get those services.
Last question, and this is an important one. How can people help? And where is the greatest need? Is it people volunteering their time? Is it donations of in-kind goods? Is it money?
Well, I think always the greatest need is financially, because we have to keep our doors open and our lights on. And so always financially, and gifts at Christmas, for the children, for the angel tree, pick a tag off the tree, have a fun experience with your family.
It feels good.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's a fun thing to do with your kids even. Let them shop for another kid and teach them how to get back. Even at the red kettle, don't pass a kettle without putting $1 in at least, But all those things, but even that is a good family thing to do, to teach your family how, we're going to help support the community. We've been blessed. We're going to bless other people.
Well, I want to make sure we let people know where they can contact you. It is sanbernardino.salvationarmy.org. The bell ringers are out in force.
They are.
Please contribute, and if you can, please donate. Naomi, Christine, thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank
and
you
again,
so much.
Happy holidays to you.
Thanks.
Merry Christmas.
Visit iealive.com.